Alright, team. New week, new Odyssey. But it's not just any week, is it? Low tier showdown. Ew. Oh boy. Okay. They might not pack a punch on their own, but there is strength in numbers. Oh god. Well, at least it's not extreme mode. Anyway. Okay, the maps are nice. The maps are very nice. I like it so far. Oh god. Why are they trying to ruin my life with all these modifiers? Anyway, we'll talk about the maps first and then I'll get into it. Hard standard Alpine Run, $800 to start with, 5 to 50. 162% balloon speed, 162% Moab speed, 222% ceramic health, and 222% Moab health. Okay, same shit, but on Winter Park hard standard 6 to 55. Same shit, but on Hedge hard standard 10 to 60. Same shit, but on Balance hard standard 15 to 65. I'm seeing a pattern here. And the same shit, but on Streambed hard standard 20 to 70. Okay. That's not too bad. I like it. At least it's consistent with its modifiers and how the game progresses as you go along. An extra $100 there. Extra 5 rounds. Okay. I like it. Alright. What have we got? Let's see who we got. Not looking forward to it. Oh, I do like Oben though. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Triple shot down monkey. Is it everything is just 2-3 zit 2? And you didn't give us wizards. That's like the biggest joke I've ever heard. You didn't give us wizards and you didn't give us more money. You also didn't give us snipe. It really does seem like Ninja Kiwi goes into this going, alright, the theme for this Odyssey is low tier towers. And then everyone goes, okay, got it. It's like, alright, what should we restrict? And they're like, maybe we just do something across the board. Like, you know, for example, you can only use the upgrades that are 2-3-2 across all towers. And then they go, yeah, I like that, let's go with that, yeah. And then they go, wait a minute. Some towers are really good at 2-3-2. And then the rest of the board members go, well, yeah. That's the whole point of the Odyssey, you know. Some will be better than others. If they use the wrong ones, then, you know, then they're gonna have a hard time, aren't they? And then that one guy goes, yeah, but what if we just took out all of the really good towers that had those upgrades? And then, like, everybody's, like, murmuring and going, and then they all go silent, and it's like, Greg, we've decided you're a fucking genius. We're gonna take out all the towers that are actually useful and just leave them with the shit ones. That makes a good Odyssey. And that's how I feel like this Odyssey was created. Terrible tower? Actually, decent tower. Relatively decent tower. Moab killer, I guess. 2-3-0. Do I really care that much about, what is it, blowback? Could be useful, but I won't use more than one. Middle path mortar? What's that? Middle path mortar. It's not anything fun, is it? It's like shoot faster, something boring, triple cannons. And then it's like the really shoot faster. Right? I forget, but it's not good enough for me to remember. So it's clearly terrible. Spike factories are always good. Even at 0-0-0. You spam enough of them, then bang. 2-3-2 NG. No. If you were a 2-2-3, I'd consider it, but no. Camo detection and overall being able to pop everything is a big win. I suppose a heli that just exists is pretty good. I could just swarm the map with helis with pursuit and camo popping power. That's not too bad. Camo lead popping power. I guess we do that. It's gonna be shit, but at least it'll work. What's the middle one? That's not Maelstrom, is it? The next one's Maelstrom. Yep. I think I'm happy with that, honestly. Well, I don't think I'll ever be happy with the lineup that they've given us, to be completely honest, but I mean, that works, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some Odysseys it feels like you have too much freedom. Other Odysseys it feels like they've just taken everything from you. Taken it all, ran away, and then they've come back and you have a glimmer of hope, and then you're just like, oh, sorry, we forgot to kick you in the dick before we ran away. And then you're just like, oh, okay, fair enough. And then it happens and you're like, yep, this feels about right. Oban. Thank you. Can't leave the job half done. God damn, you can really feel the balloon speed if they're just flying out like that, right? But yeah, I think my main concern for this Odyssey, very obviously, is Moabs. So I'm pretty happy with my decision to grab the 4 cannons, because we can get those up to Moab Maulers and have ourselves a nice time in just letting them deal with it. Or at least the Moab popping side of things. We've got Oban to put down a wall of trees later on, and the brambles to deal with the literally everything else. Except for camo balloons. Camo balloons is his one weakness, so I've immediately placed a ninja to try and counter that. I don't even want caltrops. I'm not gonna lie. Not a fan of caltrops. Caltrops have never been a good upgrade in my books. But yeah, I think if we just keep spamming Oban abilities, put ourselves down a nice little boomerang, probably here. So this guy can pop leads as well as just shoot fairly quickly, I guess. It's not insane speeds we're talking here, but you know, they're locked away behind one extra upgrade, so it's not too terrible, but it could be better. It could be better. I don't think I remember the last Odyssey where literally every tower was a possible choice. Obviously, I'm not expecting every hero to be a possible choice, but I feel like there should be more Odysseys where we've just got free range to pick and play with whatever. You know, explore our own playstyles and all that. They just need to make it an adequate enough challenge to the point where it's like, alright, I could pick my favorite towers, but I should probably pick, you know, the towers that are better suited towards it. And like, while I do understand themed Odysseys are, you know, something they try and go off of, I feel like it would also be an interesting idea to try and like make a theme around the Odyssey's title and drop hints towards certain things of like relation in the Odyssey and the solution you're wanting them to go for, but then not limiting them in any way. So for example, if you're gonna send like a bunch of Moabs on round 20, then I don't know, maybe name it something like Moab Takeover, right? And then obviously leave all the towers in and available, but you know, things like Moab Mauler, a cheap and efficient Moab popper, would suddenly become a lot more useful. And the less efficient strategies, but the ones that support you like more in terms of the long game, may be less effective. And I think like that's a good Odyssey idea, is to have, you know, strategies that need to be switched up. But of course, and this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it, of course any sort of custom Odyssey where you're making rounds start like you're sending Moabs out on round 20, that's obviously gonna be a custom rounds Odyssey, and as I've been saying for ages, they really need to put in the descriptions somehow, I don't care how, but they really need to put in like what the custom rounds are, what changes, you know? Because you could pick an entire setup based on, you know, popping certain types of balloons, and then find out that because of the custom rounds, none of those balloons are actually in the game. That's an entirely possible thing that could happen, and that, to no end, really annoys me. You know, you prepare all this time for one certain thing, and then it doesn't happen, and you're like, well, there goes all my planning. God damn it. I thought that might happen, but I didn't escape quick enough. But yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, any sort of change from what you would normally do. For example, you know, shouldn't have gone for the boomerang. I should have gone for the bomb shooter there. But that's okay. That's why I like these Odysseys. Switch things up a bit, make you use different things. I do feel like they're very heavily targeting certain towers, though. Like, if you really hate the druid and, you know, the banana farm and sniper and all that, you can nerf them harder. You don't have to fucking remove them from the game. You know, it feels like I haven't seen a druid or a sniper in an Odyssey in, well, I'm not going to say ages because it was probably in last week's, but I just mean, like, they definitely get a drastically lower appearance rate in Odysseys these days, which I think really sucks because, you know, all of these are limited to 232. You know, a 230 sniper is insanely good. Same with the druid. And, you know, obviously things like Super Monkey is expensive for a reason. So that would also be good. It's just a real shame that they immediately get kicked out because they are that good instead of just nerfing them down to like a 222 instead. You know? Wizard Monkey as well. Wizard Monkey, if you've got a 222, is still fucking good. Still really fucking good. You can't stop that shit. Unless you go for a 212, in which case it can still see camos, but it's not as amazing as a 222, let's be honest. We all know what we're putting that upgrade point into. Ooh. Anyway, right. I didn't even talk about this. Yeah, today is my Mrs. It's my partner's birthday. Sadly, I had to go to work. But we've got to spend an okay amount of time with each other. I would have preferred more, and after this Odyssey, we will be calling and playing some Stardew Valley, which will be nice. But, yeah, so we've met up slightly, a little bit here and there. We're gonna go out for dinner on actually, we're going out for dinner tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow. We're going out for dinner tomorrow, and then by the sounds of it, we're going out for dinner again on the day after. And then... yeah, I don't know what's happening after that. But essentially, good stuff. I got her a vinyl for her birthday, a little record by one of her favorite artists, Joanna Newsom. For those of you that have no idea who the fuck Joanna Newsom is, allow me to enlighten you all. with a pop culture reference that you're more likely to know. Essentially, Joanna Newsom is a singer-songwriter, a very talented musician. I believe she can play like a bunch of different instruments. But where people may know, or at least may know of her, or you know of this person instead, Joanna Newsom is married to Andy Samberg. And if you don't know who Andy Samberg is, it is Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So if you've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine at all, Jake Peralta's real-life partner is Joanna Newsom, who is my partner's, or one of my partner's, favorite artists. So there you go. The more you know, am I right? What do we need? I do kind of want to get that boomerang back. Can we get the bionic boomer? Nice. Okay, place the brambles. Place the brambles. Get hit with brambles. Okay, that popped earlier. I like that. We don't have as many things down there, though. This is gonna suck. It's almost like our popping power is nil point. Also known as non-existent. Right, you come up here. There we go. I'm going to immediately do that. Well, you can't actually earn any more money at the moment, which is a little bit awkward. Is that helpful in any way? Are we able to do anything with that? No, it doesn't look like it. 20 lives. Yeah, that doesn't seem too great, honestly. See, I think the annoying thing is I know how I would do it. Like, I know what I should do to pop that efficiently and effectively. But I've only just realized it now. Oh wait, I can just do this. Why did I sell that one? Oh well. So let's do this. Doesn't need to be fantastic. It just needs to exist, I think. I don't know if these guys can pop the follow-up, but this guy is incredibly effective at fucking up balloons. Okay. Yeah, so that's the plan overall. So maybe sell you two for it? I don't even, yeah. Wow, that is much more expensive than I remember it being. Yikes. There we go. Can a heli and another thing do it? Probably not. Let's find out. I mean, it did seem to do like all of the work before. Yeah, nah, that 222% mob or ceramic HP really fucking sucks. Alright, let's spend our money more effectively on fucking Spectres, I guess. I'm so glad I brought them along. You live and you learn, you live and you learn. Right. How do we plan on popping this mofo? In theory, Spectres, right? Because that worked really well from the looks of things. Can we go straight into a Spectre? Maybe. I haven't really tested that in a while, except for when I used to do my Spectre only runs. They're always good fun, they are. So I guess we'll lose a few lives here. Well, actually not as many as I thought, to be honest. That's nice. Brambles to help us out. Just to get us to this stage. Let's put you here. I did like this location. This was solid. I guess we just upgrade this for a bit. A little awkward when you've got quick balloons that try and run straight through, but Oben's helping us manage. Okay. Good stuff. I really would prefer bigger stacks over faster production at the moment. Oh, there we go. Good, good. Bring it back, bring it back. There you go. Okay. So I feel like bigger stacks will actually make a pretty solid difference here. Oh god! Shoot things out faster, please. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Getting there. Getting there. Right. How do we protect against the rest of the problems? That's a good question. I don't have the answer. But that's a good question. Do we alk buff something? I really don't know. Okay, we're good. Looked a little scary for like a few seconds there, but we're good. Okay, 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 okay. Maybe we can, you know, slow the fuck down, huh? Maybe? Maybe this is an Odyssey that they had planned for us to use monkey knowledge on. Come to think of it, that does sort of make sense. Small, pathetically weak towers with, you know, much better capabilities in greater numbers, and then they immediately restrict our money-making capabilities by not giving us anything that's realistically all that good at making money, you know? It's starting to feel like a monkey knowledge Odyssey, if you ask me. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Maybe I speak the truth? Or maybe I'm literally just some wacko nutjob, who knows? Do we ever alk buff the Spectre? That's a question I've not asked for ages. Does anyone ever alk buff a Spectre? I feel like some people do. Maybe we just go all Spectres this game. It's probably a terrible idea. I mean, look how many lives we're about to lose. Do, 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 do. Although, to be fair, I've done runs before where, you know, placing a shitload of Spectres is actually a pretty solid plan. Which is kind of hilarious, but that's how it works sometimes. Just place a shitload of Spectres and all of a sudden your problems are gone. What problems? They've all been eaten and destroyed by Spectres. I think I do want another one just to back this original one up. You know, but I don't want it to fully just take the brunt of everything. I want it to be like, you know, partially in the front or mostly in the front. But can also supply to the back lines as well, so it's not like fully wasting its time. Because let's be honest, this is gonna pop the Moab. This is gonna do like fuck all in comparison. In terms of damage. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll still be great, I'm sure. But, let's be real here. Someone's popping the Moab and it's not gonna be this guy. Why did I buy that upgrade? That actually seems like a bit of a waste, if I'm honest. Let's go back. We're already pretty strapped for cash here, so let's go for faster production instead. Yeah, that seems a bit better. I think we just really go all Spectres, eh? Why not, right? Balls to the wall strategy, a little bit. Just sort of going with the flow, chucking shit out there, throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks, you know? I think for bigger stacked Spectres should be able to pop any adversary. Except for maybe a lead balloon. Never mind. Clearly, the Spectres popped that. Very clearly. So let's make you faster production. Let's make you faster production. I think we might have this. At the same time, I'm very unsure of this strategy. I want you all to know that. I mean, look at this. It's clearly working very well, but at the same time not. If that makes sense. Do I have time to put this down somewhere useful? Nope. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. Didn't want to anyway. That's fine. Yeah. Look at that. Power of Spectres. Woo. Oh, and all my spikes are gone. I say that like they weren't gone the round before anyway. What do? What do, team? What do? Does this do anything other than... Nope. Just pops leads and frozen. How nice. Okay. Yeah, that just fully... Like... I don't know what's there, but there's 2 zebras at the end, and that's what I immediately hate. Okay, what if I sold this guy to buy something? I don't know. 222% ceramic health is just fucking insane. For this Odyssey. Do. Okay, start again. Because let's be honest, this pops. This absolutely pops. Yeah, nah, okay. I really can't see anything within our arsenal that's actually good enough to pop the cerams that come out. Extra damage to ceramic and mild class balloons, I suppose? Alright, we'll give it one more try. The old college try one more time. And if alchemists can't help out, then we are truly and utterly boned. In the best and worst way possible. But yeah, we'll give alchemist a try. We'll go for the Spectre, the OG Moab popper, and then we will simultaneously alch buff it and grab unstable concoction as well. I don't know if that'll actually do anything. Causes a large explosion when they are popped. I don't know if that affects the ceramics that they spawn. Probably doesn't, honestly, but if it does, great news. If it doesn't, that's what I expected, honestly. Unfortunate, but true. Boom. I liked the positioning we had as well, that was decent. Right. Alchemist A. And Alchemist B. And I was hoping this would be a cruisy Odyssey. And to be fair, it looks cruisy, but at the same time, like, really? 2/3/2s? That's like no abilities either. Other than your hero, of course. Which, you know, depending on who you chose, might actually be better at getting you through round 40. Like Quincy would be decent at beating round 40. Oben not so much, but Oben's my favorite, so I'm going with my boy. I don't remember who else was available. Maybe it was Churchill and Gwen. If Gwen was available, Gwen would have been a better option, honestly. Essentially having a, not a dragon's breath, but a wall of fire at her disposal. Pretty nice. Sucks that it's an ability, not a fixture that just happens every now and then, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Okay, we are managing. Let's get our alchemist friend. Let's not put him near Oban in any way. Oh, Oban, you silly little goose. You can't keep up with yellow balloons. What were you thinking? Alright, mixture dip. Let's go. Let's make these spikes cracked out of their mind. Stronger acid. Perishing potions. That's probably better spent on getting the shredder spikes, but whatever. Aim for strong. Yeah, let's get the shredder spikes. And then go for unstable concoction. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Because we don't have a whole lot of time to actually get everything set up. Doom, doom. That's a lot of balloons. Please stop them, Oban. Thanks. Huh, you listen to me. Doesn't do that often. Okay, we're still good, we're still good. Slightly worried, but we're still good. Throw up some spikes. Okay, there's Mob Shredder. Unstable concoction's on its way. We're still gonna need some backup. Let's be honest. So, if I can just get another Spectre in the back. Just with like a 2, not even a 2, just like a 1-2-0. I think that'll be good. Maybe with an Alk buff. We'll see how we go. Money-wise. But yeah, I'm happy with the front one at the moment. That was a good call for this. This guy needs the help. Can't handle the front lines by himself. I don't blame him. But yes, this is looking like a potential monkey knowledge angle, if I'm honest. Because this shit is scary, man. Acid. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's buy that just for, you know, posterity. And then I guess we go for the heli that I've been trying to place and make effective for the past 300 years. Oh, I could have used the heli's knockback thing. Oh, that would have been really expensive and difficult to afford, but would have made it so much nicer. Let's be honest. Oh god, we're here already, huh? Okay. It maybe popped. Well, I mean, it did pop, but... And we're dead again. Cool, 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 cool. Right, let's sell everything we just worked hard for. Bye-bye. No! Okay, let's sell literally everything we worked hard for. Oh god, I have to guide it. This is terrible. Alright. Fuck it. If it wins us, I'll take it. Alright, sorry about that. Where were we? Oh yes, losing. Well, not losing per se, but losing. Whoa! Alright, let's try and knock people back here. And boom, I don't have to worry. Thank God. Screw you, heli pilot. No offense, but pursuit is your best upgrade, so I can leave you the fuck alone, and you just do your own thing. Camo detection. Heli pilot's got us covered. No worries on that front. Backups factory. Backups factory. Will it be necessary? It's fucking looking like it. How hard is it? Heli, how hard is it? It's not that hard. I'm telling you that right now. You want to see how not hard it is? Fucking sit there. Okay, maybe it is a little hard. Or is it? Nah, if anything, sit like here. And then... oh no, I guess we will still have this guy. We'll give him better upgrades though. Okay, I swapped into pursuit. Now he's bunching up all the ceramics and making it really hard for himself. Cool. Very cool. God damn it. I hate managing my bloody helis. It seems like the only way this one's gonna learn is if I teach it physically. Right, we blow back the cerams. You know, try and spread them out a bit. Just keep them all as fucked off as we possibly can for the longest time. Yeah, I'm using monkey knowledge. Fuck this. I got better shit to do tonight than to worry about this lame Odyssey. Bang. It's not a lame Odyssey, it's just a really shitty, not well thought out one. How is it that some Odysseys will start off with, you know, logs and, you know, reverse ABR or just ABR or something like that. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, that's hard enough. We won't make them hate us by, you know, making it harder. And so they go, yeah, logs ABR is already pretty tough. We'll leave them to it. Meanwhile, they're giving us fucking sorter. They're giving us, you know, banana farms. They're giving us tier 5 upgrades. And then they make some bullshit like this, where they go, 232 upgrades? Yeah, that seems doable. Shall we test it? Yeah, okay, let's test it. Yeah, that was doable. Yeah, it'll be fine. Hey, what if per se we make the ceramic health 222%? It's like, oh, is there any reason for it? No, none whatsoever. It really doesn't need to be there to fit the vibe of the Odyssey. Oh. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, if that's like the only extra thing we're adding in, then I don't see why we can't do it. I don't see why that would be the most difficult thing in the world. It's like, oh, but should we playtest it? It's like, no. No, we already playtested it. 222% ceramic health. Can't change things that much, can it? No, definitely not. I was also thinking though, what if we did 222% Moab health as well, and we also increased their speeds by over 50% of both those balloon types? It's like, oh, that seems a little bit much. Does it seem a little bit much? Yeah, it seems like a little bit much, maybe, for a bunch of 232 towers to handle, especially if we're, you know, taking out Sniper and Druid and all the other good towers. Yeah, of course we got to take out the good towers. Of course we got to take out the good towers. Why would we leave them the good towers? Why would we leave them the towers that can actually deal with this shit? It's like, yeah, exactly. That's a terrible idea. What the hell? What are we even thinking? But yeah, definitely got to playtest the. We got to playtest it again after we increased all these other things as well on top of what we already playtested. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah. I'll get right to that. A couple days later, hey, did you playtest that Odyssey with all the new changes? It's like, yeah, I did. Easy, honestly. Like, did it without monkey knowledge. Did it picking the worst hero. You know, I didn't even bring any dart monkeys along, or any snipers, or any. Well, obviously not snipers. But yeah, I didn't even place anything really all that interesting or unique. You know, flying colors just passed the test. Really nothing too difficult about it. I think we'll be right to release it. And that's how this Odyssey was made. So yeah, well, welcome to the Odyssey. It's a pain in the ass. They've taken all of the fun towers out that would actually make this doable and enjoyable. They've also raised all the fucking stats of the balloons and Moabs as if they gave us the good towers, but they absolutely didn't. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think to myself, oh my god, they let, you know, this Odyssey made by this community member through? They let that happen and thought that was okay? Wow. And then other times it's like, Ninja Kiwi, you made this fucking Odyssey. You made it half cash and still gave us 650 to start. You kill us on round 6 immediately and we don't even have a chance to place towers if we didn't have monkey knowledge. I just don't think they playtest. I really don't think they do. I think they just look at things, fucking fiddle around a bit, and then go, yeah, that'll do. And then they hit send, or fucking upload, or whatever. I think that's genuinely what they do. Either that, or they throw darts at a board to decide what modifiers get put on, what maps, you know, all that fun stuff. They're just completely blind. Throwing caution to the wind and darts at a board. I shouldn't have done that, actually. Let's not do that. Let's save Oben's brambles for 40. I don't know why I did that. That was absolutely not necessary whatsoever. It's probably what gets me killed out of most of my Odysseys, is I'll use an ability oblivious to the power of the next round. And then I'll be like, oh fuck, I need that ability, huh? You know, as it turns out, that seems really useful right about now. And I don't have it. But yeah, this blowback thing isn't gonna work out for very long. Because obviously he's on pursuit. And for those who don't know, if you're on pursuit and you're trying to keep up with balloons that are moving much, much faster than they normally do, good fucking luck. That shit ain't happening. But maybe with 2 towers. Maybe with 2 towers and the downdraft being here, then maybe we got a chance. So let's lock you in place there. I think that's a good area to get some long shots as well. You know, it's not too terrible for those snipes. And boom, downdraft. There we go. I think that'll also help break up the grouping that one downdraft on pursuit would eventually cause. You know, because one on pursuit would just collect all the ceramics, not be able to deal with them, and then just implode under the pressure of having to keep up with all the ceramic overload that it now created itself. Whereas if you have one stuck in place, and the other one moving around, then you've got a bit more variety, you've got a bit more wiggle room. You can knock it back into this one, and that can knock it back even further. You know? It's much more efficient and helpful. Yeah, like, look at that shit. We barely made that. This is not a greatly planned out Odyssey, in my mind. Put you there, put you on strong. That's what I was worried about. My boy running through the map without a care in the world. Beautiful. Thank you, Spectory. We love you, Spectory. Next. A map that is slightly more doable? I think not. Slightly longer, maybe. Who knows? Let's figure it out. Do 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 do. Open. Still gonna go with the same sort of setup here. I don't see why not. Free monkey gets placed every time. Oh, but yeah, the upgrades that I'm mainly using for these is obviously any monkey knowledge upgrade that gives you massive discounts or gives you extra money. There's one that gives you extra money. And I'm talking discounts in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking, you know, does it give you more money? I'm talking, does it skip a few levels for your hero before the game even starts? You know, are you placing a hero at level 3 or are you placing one at level 1? You know, that's a big difference. There's a reason why it costs money to upgrade your hero. Okay. Heli is pretty good. I don't use it all that often. Because usually if I'm going heli, I'm going like top path. So I'll usually go for like a 3-2-0 or a 4-2-0. If I'm feeling particularly luxurious, I'll go for a 5-2-0. Let's do that. There we go. Manage yourself. And we'll work on Spectory, I guess. Spectory for popping a Moab. I think probably here. You don't want it too early, but you also don't want it too late, you know? Have it too early and the mob just runs through it all. Or not runs through it all, but the Spectory doesn't have time to put anything out. Have it too late, and then of course all your shredder spikes are piled up nicely at the end, and you know, you're just like, yeah, mob will definitely die to that. And then what happens? The ceramics are not Moabs, so they do not go down as easily, and then all of a sudden, wah wah, they just run through your defense, and it's straight out the door. A little awkward, if you ask me. But yeah, so far, our strategy of Spectory and Downdraft has worked out quite well. Ooh, yeah. You know what I just remembered, and for those of you that get easily grossed out, I would advise you to not really listen to this part. But, and I'm gonna check it now, maybe for like a month or so, I've injured my toes. Not like my toes specifically, but like, on my right foot, between my pinky toe and the next toe over, it seemed like there was some contact. I know, saucy. But no, I think my shoes are making them sort of squish up a bit, which isn't uncomfortable for me when I wear my shoes. Maybe that's just because my feet have now molded to them, and sort of like when women wear high heels. You know, it's super uncomfortable at first, but because their feet eventually mold to it and get used to it, then it sort of just feels fine afterwards, but it's still drastically fucking warping their feet. Maybe that's what's happening to me, but essentially, yeah, those two toes keep rubbing up against each other, and now they're starting to wear away, you know, skin, to the point where it's like I can see the blood vessels. So, trying my best to keep them safe, because like after a long day at work, my feet can get pretty fucking manky, and I'm not talking about the Pokemon. But yeah, they can get pretty gross in my shoes. So the last thing I want is an infection, and to have to, like, you know, fucking remove the toe or something. I don't know how it works, but that sounds like how it would work. So yeah, that's the last thing I want, not the first thing. So I slapped a band-aid on it this morning before I put it in my sock, and before I put my sock in my shoe with my foot inside of the sock, in case you were wondering. So I'm gonna check on it now and see if it looks better, worse, the same, hopefully the same or better. I'm hoping that I prevented further irritation by doing this, but who knows, man, who knows? Maybe I made it worse. Maybe I irritated the fuck out of it. Okay, I think we're alright. I will check. Okay. Bandage is still attached. The rest of my foot now looks manky from being in my shoe. But let's remove the bandage, shall we? I think that was one of my favorite gags that used to always get done in, well, I mainly noticed it in animated shows, but, you know, when someone has, like, I don't know, facial surgery, I guess, or like a transplant or something, or some sort of cosmetic surgery, and in, you know, movies and TV shows, they always do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, we've got the bandages wrapped around their face, you know, sort of to, I don't fucking know, hold everything together. I don't really know what's going on with that, but it seems to be a trope. Anyway, I love when they do that, and it's always the fucking meme of, like, the slow unraveling of the bandages, and like, oh, what's happened? You know, well, what do they look like now? What's going on? And then they undo it, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is the wrong fucking person. Sorry, your person's sitting over there. And then it just pans over, and they've already got their bandages removed, and they were just sat there being like, oh, where's my family? Anyway, I don't know why that was related, but I'm removing the band-aid now. These band-aids are actually pretty fucking strong. It's like actually difficult to get it off. Hey, money! Thanks, Oben. We love you, Oben. This is why we keep you around. Sure, Shinobi Tactics, why not? And there it is! Boom! The power of monkey knowledge, am I right? Just get a little bit more money a little bit sooner, and all of a sudden, problems disappear. Anyway, that has been Low Tier Showdown. It's not a fucking low tier showdown. If it was a low tier showdown, you would have made the balloons more low tier. This is just a low tier beatdown. We're the ones getting beaten down. Anyway. This has been Low Tier Showdown, Part 1. You can already tell how I feel about this Odyssey. Part 2, as usual, will be coming out tomorrow, so keep an eye out if you're interested. If not, then by all means, don't. Who am I to tell you what to do? Some rando on the internet. Don't listen to some rando on the internet. That sounds dodgy as shit. Anyway, that's been Low Tier Showdown Part 1. Part 2 coming out tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.